And we're back from a weekend, Comic-Con, all kinds of fun stuff. And I got a great story for you tonight. It's called The Lion, Witch, and the War. And a number of things that are, well, it doesn't sync right with me with regard to what's going on in Ukraine and what has happened recently with an incident that took place in Canada where they cheered on a Nazi fighter, 98-year-old Nazi fighter. They cheered him on as a hero. He fought in the Waffen in Ukraine. And they called him a war hero. In reality, he was a Nazi. And the Simon Wiesenthal Center and others are a little bit upset about this. They should be. And another thing is Marina Abramovic has now been appointed as an ambassador to work with children in Ukraine. I know, Ron's shaking his head. I'm shaking my head, too. For those of you who don't know, Marina Abramovic is an artist that does a lot of artwork that's considered bizarre and somewhat satanic. And she says she's not a Satanist. She says this is the way she does her artwork, but yet she was posing pictures with the Rockefellers in front of Satan and his legions, which is a painting that was made in 1715. She's also been involved with the Podestas, with spirit cooking, a lot of questions about pedophilia, whether or not she is a controller of people like Lady Gaga and others. So she's been appointed. She also made a special wailing wall in Ukraine made of charcoal and crystals. Charcoal and crystals have very spiritual powers in divination, contacting the dead. And so that's a lot of things we're going to talk about. A very paranormal, parapolitical story. This is probably a classic parapolitical story that we want to run by you tonight on Ground Zero. Remember, The Lion, the Witch, and the War. Tonight on Ground Zero, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're on Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time. Remember, you can catch us online at groundzero.radio. You can catch us online at groundzeromedia.org. TalkStreamLive.com still has us lit. We're still number one. We're still happy to be a part of TalkStream Live. And Aftermath.media. Don't forget Aftermath.media, because we just had a video that was presented at the Comic-Con where I spoke with Jeff Davis about weird stories. If you want to check that out, it's available now for download and to watch in the video section of Aftermath.media. We're going to have another Just Ask Clyde coming up in a few days. In fact, this weekend it's going to be Just Ask Clyde, so we're going to be doing that. So we'll have a nice time to chat with you guys. We're also working on the possibility of having another webinar dealing with the Aztec, or not the Aztec, but the Nazca mummies. Hopefully we'll get more information to you about those. And so a lot of cool things happening in Aftermath. So while you're thinking about it, go to Aftermath.media and please subscribe. And join us tonight for the show, The Lion, the Witch, and the War, right here on Ground Zero. See you soon.